What if I told you that trigonometry, sine, cosine, tangent, wasn't just about angles and lines, but a secret language for understanding truth, beauty, and goodness? Okay, let's dive into this incredible way of reimagining math, not as a bunch of rules, but as a kind of philosophy for navigating the entire universe. So this whole journey starts with a story from our source material. It's about a grandfather, Cesium, teaching his grandson, Santiago. And he's not teaching him formulas from a textbook. No, he's teaching him about this deep, profound connection between our inner world, what he calls our soul's compasses, and the fundamental elements of the cosmos. So, at the very heart of the grandfather's teaching is this single, really powerful metaphor, a magical triangle. But it's not formed by lines. It's formed by three profound concepts. I want you to imagine a garden. In this garden, truth is like the yarrow plant. It's firmly rooted in the ground, but it's always reaching for the sky. Beauty, well, that's the butterfly, just dancing, totally free and dynamic. And goodness? Goodness is the bridge of light that connects them, the thing that allows one to find the other. These three pillars, truth, beauty, and goodness, they form the sides of our magical triangle. Now, how do we measure the relationships inside this triangle? Not with a protractor, that's for sure. We use 4 compasses of the soul. Let's start with the first one, which is connected to the element of water. This first compass is called the heart's bond, and it represents Sine. So what does it do? Its whole purpose is to measure how much grace, how much beauty is packed into an act of goodness. You can just think of it as the ratio of beauty to goodness. And its element is water, which makes sense, right? Water reflects, it connects, it embraces everything. And these little parables just bring the whole concept to life. For instance, a mother's song isn't just some sound, its beauty is a direct measure of the grace within that act of goodness. You see? Just like a river connects a flower's beauty to the vastness of the sea, Sine connects beauty to goodness in this really flowing, graceful way. The logic here is like a beautiful dance. First, you have the thesis. Beauty just exists, freely, like the butterfly. Then you have the antithesis. Goodness comes in and provides a context, a container for it. And when those two combine, the synthesis creates the heart's bond. That's that graceful connection, the one that's embraced by water and measured by Sine. All right, let's move on to the second compass and see how it builds a solid foundation for our understanding. This compass is tied to the element of earth. This compass is called the root of wisdom, and it represents cosine. So if sine was all about measuring beauty and goodness, cosine measures truth in goodness. It's the ratio of truth to goodness, and its element is earth. That which sustains, grounds, and gives us a solid foundation. I mean, think about it. A grandmother's loving advice is so valuable because it's rooted in the truth of her lived experience. An oak tree's good shade is only possible because of the truth of its deep, strong roots. It shows us that any act of goodness without a firm grounding in truth is just, well, it's unstable. And here, the logic really does build from the ground up. The thesis is that truth is firm, like a root sinking deep. The antithesis is that goodness takes that truth and elevates it, helping it grow. And their synthesis? That's what creates wisdom, something practical and life-giving, just like the earth itself. Okay, so our third compass completely changes the dynamic. We're going to leave goodness for just a moment to explore the relationship between beauty and truth, all through the element of air. Welcome to the breath of the spirit. This is our name for tangent. And what it does is measure how beauty brings inspiration and movement to what might otherwise be a totally static, boring truth. It's the ratio of beauty to truth, and its element is air, that which moves, inspires, and animates everything. Just think about a child's drawing. The story, the truth of it, might already exist, but it's the beautiful, colorful drawing that gives it life, that gives it spirit and movement. The wind, our element of air, doesn't just blow around. It carries the beauty of the seed to a place where its truth can actually take root and grow. So imagine beauty as totally free and dynamic. Truth then comes in and provides its direction and its purpose, kind of like the plant guiding the butterfly. And the fusion of those two creates the breath of the spirit. This is inspiration, it's creativity, it's the very air that drives progress. And now for our final compass. The source material calls this one the most mysterious of all, and it is governed by the element of fire. This is the return to origin, or what we know as cotangent. And it's basically the inverse of our last compass. So instead of measuring how beauty animates truth, it measures how much solid truth is the actual source of beauty. It's the ratio of truth to beauty, and its element is fire, that which illuminates and reveals the core essence of things. You see, a crystal isn't beautiful just by accident. No way. Its dazzling rainbows are a direct manifestation of its perfect, orderly internal structure. That's its truth. Same goes for a star. Its brilliant beauty comes from the fundamental truths of physics burning away at its core. Fire reveals the origin. So here, the logic starts with truth as the origin, the fire itself. Beauty is simply its outward manifestation, the light it casts for us to see. And when we truly see that connection, the truth within the beauty, that's when we experience the return to origin. It's kind of like seeing the source code of the universe. So the real magic here isn't just about understanding these compasses in isolation. Not at all. It's in seeing how they all work together, how the four elements dance in perfect harmony inside this living triangle. And look at that, it all comes together in this complete, elegant system. Sine is water, which connects beauty to goodness. Cosine is earth, which sustains goodness with truth. Tangent is air, which moves truth with beauty. And cotangent is fire, which illuminates the truth at the heart of beauty. Connect, sustain, move, illuminate. It's a whole system for perception. And this, right here, is what the grandfather wanted Santiago and all of us to understand. This is not some abstract exercise. It's a tool. It's about learning the secret language that the universe uses to communicate and that our own hearts use to find the path to wisdom. So I'll just leave you with this final thought. What if we've been looking at math all wrong this whole time? What if, hidden inside all those equations and symbols, isn't just cold, hard logic, but poetry? What if mathematics is simply the most beautiful, most elegant story the universe is telling us about itself?